I'm using it right now, and yeah, nothing. Well, we're stepping up our lighting game here on the channel. Next up, the VL150 from Godox. Is it worth the hype? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam. I'm a photographer and videographer here in Liverpool, where alongside my media production company I run with my wife Emma, I do creator gear and tech reviews along with tutorials and that kind of general geeky stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Also, if you find this video useful, a little like goes a very long way, so thanks in advance. In this video, we're looking at the Godox VL150 COB LED light, the VL standing for video light. Clever. So first off, it comes in a very well-purposed case. There's none of that squeezing everything into the tightest of tight squeezes. There's more than enough room for the light and all the extras this pack comes with. And it comes with a lot. By the way, there's a number of different sellers on Amazon Marketplace with different setups of this light, so to make sure that you get the light with everything mentioned in this video, make sure you click on the link below. So as you can see, there's the case, and I already have out these elasticated gels. More about those in a minute. Opening it up, you can see there's straps to stop it opening up all the way, and first off we have the Bowens mount barn doors, complete with a removable honeycomb insert. Add to that, there's a selection of standard coloured gels that attach to the barn door housing. I gotta be honest, even though the listing had all these things, I didn't actually realise I was getting all this too. The light is daylight balanced and not RGB, so having these gels at your disposal, although you may not use them that often, it's a nice touch to have them. Next up, there's the standard Bowens reflector, which can also combine with those elasticated gels I mentioned earlier. Still, more about that in a bit. Onto the light itself, and it's a really nice size. Not too heavy, but still with a reassuring weight to it. Then the controller, the power brick, the power cable, and the 4-pin XLR lead to plug into the light from the controller. On the back of the controller, there's also a V-mount slot to take a battery. Now I'm pretty sure that I read before purchasing that this light, you needed to purchase a V-mount plate separately to power with this with DC, but it turns out, well, you don't, at least with this set that I ordered. It also comes with a Godox remote. Again, I've seen reviews of this light that state that it doesn't come with the remote, but you can use the one that comes with the SL60W. So at the risk of repeating myself, click through the link below to ensure you're getting the same pack, as obviously I get the remote with this too. One thing I love in this setup is this little Velcro strap. Doesn't look like much, but if you aren't using a battery and therefore going off mains power, your power brick can slip into this strap, which has a small V-mount fitting on the back. That then slots into the back of the controller, and it keeps it all neat and tidy when hanging on a light stand or wherever with the inbuilt cord. And then there's the two antennae. Yeah. One is a radio antenna for the remote, and one is a Bluetooth one for use with the mobile app. Finally, in the case, there's a shoulder strap for ease of carry. First off, the light has a protective Bowens mount cover, so make sure you take that off before you start. You don't want any melting plastic here, thank you very much. And as it's a Bowens mount, so many different types of modifiers can be fitted to this thing. The stirrup is loosened and tightened on just one side with this choke, and it does feel really sturdy when screwed down. Now of course these lights can be fitted to any type of lighting stand, C-stand, etc. But I have a ceiling mount in the cave with a lighting spigot connection, and so I thought, well, I'd use that one to test it out. So with the lights on the mount and the controller on a nearby lighting stand, you can see this all coming together. Batteries chucked into the remote, the right group and channel selected, and we're away. Incidentally, this series of lights supports up to 6 groups and up to 16 channels in each of those groups. Oh, you could do a lot with these. As you can see, with a light this powerful, it would be really easy to overpower and blow out your shot. Well done, Adam, for not monitoring your shot properly. But that's not exactly easy when Sony doesn't make a decent enough mobile app and your external monitor is out of commission. That said, if what's in that little box in shot is anything to go by, there may just be a light at the end of the tunnel. You get it? A light, because we're doing lights, and stay tuned for a little review of that little box later on. Back to the Godox. As I said before, the Bowens mount allows so many different modifiers to be used, such as an octobox like this one. I know Octobox is a brand name, but softbox for me conjures up the cheapo 3-pack kits you get on Amazon for about a tenner. No shade, I used that setup when I first got going, but this thing, double diffusion honeycomb grid, it's a beast. Review of that up here. The reason why I'm bringing this in is, as you know, diffusion really knocks out the output of light, and double diffusion does it more. Even with the double diffusion on this, the VL150 still packs a punch of light out of there, and it goes all the way down to 1%, none of that 10% nonsense. Check out the switching off of the remote too, it's a general fade. Oh, and by the way, hitting the remote power only puts the light into standby and not off, you know, like proper off. To do that, you need to switch it off on the main power switch of the controller, switch it off at the wall, or take out the battery depending on how you're powering it. That said, a quick test shows that the controller recalls the last setting of the light when switched back on, either from standby or proper off. Fitting the included reflector back on, the barn doors connect with a standard bracket and tension arm system, similar to the bracing arm on a CPU, but nowhere near as harshly. Then you can choose to fit the gridded honeycomb disc to help with shadow fall off, or these included gels. Now these seem to only have one side of the bracket, so it wasn't exactly obvious to me straight off why they weren't falling out when I had the light straight down. And then I saw the light. Saw the light? Oh, forget it. There's magnets in there. Good, eh? So with that in mind, switching out the gels each time doesn't require detaching the reflector. You can hot swap them out as quickly as you like. I love things that make it easier. Apologies for how blown out this is, but as gels cut down a lot of light, I was at 85% on the controller. Finally, on the colour front, there's also these elasticated gels. Time for the elasticated gels. And they seem to work well too. What's more, as the material stretched across the reflector effectively makes it into a small drum, there's a somewhat satisfying boom when you twang them into place. See for yourself. I don't know why, I just really like that sound. All in all, I really like this light too. It does have a fan inside, and yes, I have heard it kick in when I've been up close and personal with it. But after reading horror story reviews of some of the fans on other Godox COB lights, like the SL60W that I mentioned before, I'm really happy to report that the fan in this light does not make any discernible noise, and certainly nothing that I would be worried about on a shoot when I've needed audio too. I mean, I'm using it right now with the Octobox, and yeah, nothing. In fact, hold on a second, I'll show you exactly where it is. There's my mic, and there is the actual light, and we are on, what are we on? Only on 33%. And actually, the fan is not spinning. So the fan only kicks in when it's really needed. And even though I'm at 33% and the softbox is well over, I mean, I can't even touch it. Mic is like here, and so the light is miles away, and there's no fan. There's enough light. Unless you're looking to light at an absolutely huge space. Oh, I love this light. You get what you pay for, and yes, there are cheaper COB LED lights out there, but seriously. Once again, if you are looking to purchase this light and you love it with everything listed here, make sure you click the link below. It is an affiliate link, so it will give us a little bit of a kickback to help support the channel, but of course, it does not cost you any more. With that said, that's it for another review. If this is your first time here, again, please consider subscribing and turn on the bell just so you don't miss anything. And if you found it helpful, give us a like, won't you? My name's Adam, this is Musing of a Man. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. See ya.